squad? MizzyWorld back to present Movie Monday. And since we unfortunately dealing with the untimely death of Nipsey Hussle, Peace in Paradise King, I'm going to do top 5 movie deaths. You feel what I'm saying? And before I get into it, I got a list of honorable mentions to go through before I dive right into the list. You dig what I'm saying? So let's bring Movie Monday in right with the honorable mentions. And for me, one of the honorable mention, and this is no, like, my honorable mentions don't have any per se order to them. You feel what I'm saying? They just, I'm going to just throw them at y'all. It's not in a particular order. So the first one that I feel as though deserves an honorable mention is Menace to Society. I feel as though that iconic scene of him just taking all those bullets, running towards the car that's shooting him the fuck up to try to jump over the young boy that he felt as though he was more like a step-pop or a father to save him, while you got Kane busting back. Sharif took all them shots. You feel what I'm saying? Sharif, I think, was the first one to get hit, which was fucked up because he was the one in the movie that wasn't in the streets at all. Then you had Kane, he running towards the car because he want to save the young boy from getting hit by any straight bullets. He getting tagged up the whole fucking time. Then you got Old Dog just busting back, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? To me, that was just an iconic scene. I didn't see it come. I mean, you kind of seen it coming once the motherfucker hopped in the whip and they loading up the motherfucking Mac 10s and the Uzis and shit. But as far as that, I didn't see that ending that way with Sharif and Kane dying and Old Dog living and Stacy living. You feel what I'm saying? I just didn't see that. Next one for an honorable mention is Titanic, man. I gotta throw Titanic in there just because of what it means for movies and in general for culture. Titanic is a historically groundbreaking cultural film. You feel what I'm saying? And the death of Jack in that water. And that bitch could have let that man on there. She could have let him on there. Me personally, I would have tossed that bitch. Oh, you tripping. I'm on this joint. It's cold and I'm looking at this joint. But that's just an iconic scene, and it evokes so much emotion for this man to give up his life, basically. Sacrifice his life so she can have enough space on that door to stay afloat until hopefully and possibly, what she did, find help. You feel what I'm saying? So Titanic has to be in that motherfucker. Next one, Scarface. Scarface has to be an honorable mention just because of the way he went out. You feel what I'm saying? The build up, like I spoke about last week on my closing scenes. But this death was just iconic because of the way Scarface went out and the build up towards it. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't feel as though a lot of people watching Scarface had the feeling that Manny, just everybody in the movie would have been killed besides Sosa. Like all the major stars and dealers were killed by either Tony or by Sosa. You feel what I'm saying? So that has to be up there. The way he just took the shots, and then you had old boy come up from the back with the shotgun, the double pump, you know what I mean? The double barrel John. Scarface has to be in the honorable mentions. The last one that I want to throw out there as an honorable mention is Godfather. But not just the ending where Michael sent a hit out on everybody while he getting his son baptized. No. I'm talking about this one specific murder during that little spree. Mo Green. To me, the Mo Green getting shot right between the eye, right in the eye, was just indicative of how on point Michael Corleone was. Because Mo Green was the one that was talking shit. When Mike came out to Vegas, he like, yo, what's up? I heard you beating up Fredo and this, that. He talking about, well, sometimes the employees mess up. I got to smack him up from time to time. Michael just, oh, so you be smacking my brother up. Fredo the whole time trying to defend Mo Green, and Mike like, hey, Fredo, I love you, but don't you ever choose anybody above the family. You feel what I'm saying? And from there, Mike like, listen, this was going to happen. This was going to happen, Mo Green. You going to sign over your motherfucking, you going to sign over your casino to the Corleone family, and we going to have Fredo run it over you. That's what's going to happen. Then you got Mo Green talking out the side, oh, the Bonanno family, whatever rival family it was. But he was saying they was pushing the Corleones out. They ain't had a muscle no more. He talking this, that, and the third. Talking crazy. Whole time, Mike just there, taking his cigarette out, puts it in. Okay. This whole time, this nigga was plotting because these motherfuckers, like Mike knew, because his pop told him, he was like, yo, as soon as I'm going, they're going to kill you. And they're going to send somebody close to you to bring that trust down, to bring that guard down for you to feel comfortable enough to come out to where they're going to kill you at. but Mike was too smart. So that's why I got to be in there, because I just felt as though that Mo Green killing, that shit was just perfect and indicative of Michael Corleone, the Godfather, in that entire movie. You feel what I'm saying? But that's it for the honorable mentions. Let's get into the actual top 5 deaths on Movie Monday. Gang. Now on to the actual top 5 movie deaths of all time for Movie Monday. Now the characteristics that went into this actual movie killing that made me say, damn, it gotta be one of the top 5 deaths in a movie of all time was just the element of surprise, the emotions it evoked, the cultural reception, the impact of it, the impact it had on the movie, if you felt as though it completed the movie or sent that movie into overdrive from that killing. Just a lot of different things, and honestly just basically kind of the eye and emotion test of when I think of this murder, do I be like, or this killing, do I be like, damn, this was one of the top 5 killings of all time in a movie. And at number 5, y'all might not have seen this movie, but once I saw this movie, I kind of wanted to do a review on it. I might still do it if y'all ask for it, but Roman J. Esquire, that death at the end of that movie, if you didn't see the movie, you might want to cut it off. You might want to cut this shit off right now. But the death at the end of that movie was just so impactful because it was kind of a culmination. Is that the right word? I don't fucking know. Y'all know what I mean. It was kind of a conclusion to everything that was happening in the movie, and the fact that Denzel Washington's character, Roman J. Esquire, came to the realization that he lost himself in an effort to try to be who he thought people were, and in an effort to seek this life that was so materialistic that he really didn't want. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, for me to go into the depth about this, I really had to do a review. But the simple fact is, he broke the lawyer-client confidentiality to get this reward money for information on his murder. He used that information, collected the bread, and from there, it was like, it went into a tailspin. Because if you seen him, bro, the boy was eating PB&Js every day. Then he went on to buying a new condo, slicking his hair back. He got Italian-made suits and shit. You know what I mean? Just to come around and run into the same boy. He had to be the lawyer for the same boy that he got locked up with that information that he misused. Good, huh? Well, he's better than good. And then it comes around to, and he saw the murder coming. You feel what I'm saying? Colin Farrell's character in the movie saw the murder coming. He still didn't back down. Like, just that ending. That probably should have been an honorable mention for top 5 closing scenes last week. But just that ending of him bagging the money back up, giving it, bro, he only spent like two grand out of $1 million and tried to give it all back because he just didn't feel right. And he felt as though he lost himself, and he really did. And then losing himself, he got himself killed. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, just the impact of that death, the message behind it, and the emotions it evoked out of me, because when I saw that shit, I was like, yo, that's one of those deaths that to me completed that movie. It made that movie that much better. It was the cherry on the top of that good movie. You feel what I'm saying? It made that movie from good to great. So it got to be in my top 5. At number 5 is the Roman J. Esquire murder. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to keep it moving on down the list. And at number 3, no, what the fuck am I talking about? At number 4, we got Blood Diamond. To me, Blood Diamond is a top 5 death, or I forgot Leo's character name in there, but his death in that movie was a top 5 death of movies of all time. For the same reason that Roman J. Esquire was, it tied that movie together and was the cherry on top of what was already a good movie and making it great. But not only that, just how that whole movie was going up until that point. Like, up until that point, Leo character was like a straight up asshole to the African boy that actually found the diamond that they was trying to get back. You feel what I'm saying? Then they go to the mine, they find his son, they find the diamond, they run in, they having to bust back at the rebels and all that shit. All for this nigga to get to a cliff that they gotta climb to get to the airplane that's going to get them out of Africa and sell that fat ass diamond. And to him get to, like, I'm gonna say probably 3/4 of the way up that cliff, and the boy finally find out that he shot. He like, yo, I can carry you the rest of the way. Leo like, no, man. This is where I'm meant to die. You feel what I'm saying? Like that shit just, and it wasn't just that. It was the fact that he pushed him, no, go with your son, tell him. And then he handed him the strap. He like, yo, if the pilot say something where he act fucking stupid, you pull this on him. You feel what I'm saying? Like he gave him the plays to make it out of there and be successful. Because as soon as he ran off, he called the shorty. Called the shorty to make sure once the African bull got to London, yo, make sure that he's gonna be able to sell that diamond, and you're gonna be able to get your story to put a spotlight on this illegal blood diamond trade that's happening in Africa. So for me, it was the message behind it, the spotlight that was put on that issue of blood diamonds at the time. Of course, the great acting of Leo, the great acting of that actor, I forgot the bull's name, but he was good as shit on that joint too, the African bull. Just all together, that had to be. I don't know how Leo ain't got like 3-4 Oscars. I'm keeping a buck. But that had to be a top 5 movie death of all time, was Leo's character dying in Blood Diamond. Now to keep it rolling on down the list at number 3 for top 5 movie deaths of all time for Movie Monday. For me, this is the only death that's not a death that comes at the end of the movie. I mean, probably the last scene or the last 2 or 3 scenes. This joint happened in the middle of the movie. Godfather's Sonny's death. To me, Sonny getting killed in The Godfather sent The Godfather just straight into warp speed. Just straight into warp speed. Because first off, the nigga got sprayed. You feel what I'm saying? His sister, like her sister husband started a fight where beat her the fuck up. Mind you, just the scene before, Sonny beat the fucking boyfriend the fuck up already. So she called Sonny. Sonny, you know Sonny, he right out there. If you seen Godfather, you know Sonny, he was the hot dude. Fredo was the bitch, and Michael was the complete package. But Sonny was the killer. Sonny was the hot head. So once he got the call from his sister that she just got her ass whooped again by her bum-ass, bitch-ass boyfriend, skirt, he skirt right out. You feel what I'm saying? But at the pole, you know what I mean? They lined him up. So when he came to the pole, the boy that's at the pole booth, at the toll booth, he dropped the change that Sonny gives him. As soon as he dropped the change, niggas hopping out from the toll booths with Tommy guns. And you gotta think, at that time, in that era, in the 1930s, 1940s, 1920s, around that time, that's really how they was moving. They was really coming spraying shit up with Tommy guns. You feel what I'm saying? Leaving 100 shots on the ground, 150 shots on the ground after they done. That shit wasn't no bullshit. Straight. Wasn't shit my man could do. This thing got out the wheel and everything. That, and actually, if you think about it, that scene was reenacted with Denzel Washington's character getting killed in Training Day. Most of y'all niggas saw Training Day. Most of y'all niggas didn't see The Godfather. So just take that into account. That Godfather, that the way that Denzel went out in Training Day was homage to the way Sonny went out in Godfather. But from there, you had Vito Corleone calling a meeting of the families and saying, yo, I need my other son Michael back. I know y'all on his top, but listen, y'all just got my son Sonny. Now, if y'all want to start a war, we can leave here and we can get the bussing. But I want my son back. I need my son back. You feel what I'm saying? And they all agreed. And then you saw The Godfather, you know what happened when Sonny came back. When Michael came back. When Al Pacino's character, Michael, came back from Sicily, he was a different animal. He was a different beast. He just moved with so much confidence and aura about him. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why, to me, Sonny's death in The Godfather is at number 3 in Movie Monday's top 5 movie deaths of all time, because of the impact, the cultural impact, not the emotions, because you ain't really feel no emotions. You was just like, damn. Like, I know I seen it and I was just like, damn, like, what the fuck is the family gonna do? Like, Michael gone, Fredo a bitch, Sonny just got sprayed. Fuck is they gonna do? Vito just recovering from getting shot. What they gonna do? You feel what I'm saying? So all that together, to me, and then it, you know what I'm saying, sending the movie into warp speed from when Michael touched back down in the States, I gotta have the death of Sonny in The Godfather at number 3 for MizzyWorld's top 5 deaths in a movie for Movie Monday. Now we coming down the home stretch, y'all. Only 2 deaths left for Movie Monday's top 5 deaths of all time. And at number 2, like, how can I not have Boyz in the Hood, Ricky getting the fucking double barrel to his back at number 2? I was thinking about putting him at number 1, but when y'all see what my number 1 is, and once I explain it, there's really no comparison. But at number 2, you gotta have Ricky. And before I get into the description, what the fuck was Ricky and Trey thinking by splitting up? What the fuck was that? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ricky's idea because he was the one that was like, oh, them niggas ain't on shit. They just fooling around. Bro, this the same nigga that when your brother pulled the pound out on him, he went to the car and got the Uzi and cleared the motherfucking, all the Crenshaw out. You feel what I'm saying? Cleared the whole Crenshaw Ave out. You think he not about to bust your ass? That nigga was tripping, bro. Like, and bro, me as Trey, I don't know, bro. Because guess what? We either both getting away or we both getting killed. Because at the end of the day, when y'all split up and y'all about to go different ways with 2 niggas looking out for y'all, one is going to get caught and one is going to get away. 9 times out of 10. I'm not split. We not about to be on no white people in horror movie shit. We not about to. What the fuck is we splitting up for, bro? You tripping. No, bro. Follow me. We out. We out, nigga. Whoop. How nobody's spit. You tripping. We out, nigga. You tripping. I'm running to a fucking phone booth to call Doughboy. Yo, this nigga on my ass, my nigga. Hey, Ricky, come on, nigga. Like, I just don't get that part of Ricky saying, let's split up and lose them. And, bro, how the fuck? We not about to lose these niggas. Like, what the fuck? Why do you think just because we splitting up, we about to lose them? I just didn't understand that, but just the build up of Ricky's death, the fact that he just came from taking the SATs, being nervous as shit. And nigga Ricky gotta be dumb as fuck that he wasn't confident enough to get over a fucking 700 on his SATs. They damn near giving out 700s on SATs. But that's besides the point. He was taking his SATs, he was nervous as shit because he had to get the 700 to get into USC. Then you gotta think, just before he left, he got in a fight with his brother. Missed the fact that the mail came in. If he didn't get in a fight with Doughboy, he probably would have chilled and he probably would have opened that mail. And then in that little couple extra minutes of him staying there and reading the mail and then celebrating with the family, the old boy that was, you know what I'm saying, out there in the car, he probably would have never found him. But the fact of the matter was, he did. And it's crazy how all that shit lined up just for them niggas to run, just for Ricky and Trey to run into the bull. You know what I mean? I forgot that nigga name. Whatever the bull name was on Boyz in the Hood. But yeah, man. Then you see them motherfuckers, they want to split up, they hop the fence, and I just don't see me leaving my... Then you gotta think, bro, y'all grew up in that neighborhood, South Central, during the 90s, y'all whole lives. Y'all know niggas ain't bullshitting that. Nigga, you tripping. This nigga about to shoot your dumb ass, nigga. So for me, and number 2, it has to be Boyz in the Hood, Ricky's death, for MizzyWorld's top 5 deaths in movies for Movie Monday. Ricky! Damn. Why the fuck y'all split up? Now on to the grand finale, the top death in a movie for Movie Monday all time. At number 1, it's gotta be Cooley High's Cochise. It's not the fact that Cochise was about to go to the league. It wasn't the fact that Cochise just fell out with Preacher's right-hand man and he died without rectifying that little falling out. For me, it was the fact that he got his ass whooped and he got killed because he ran out there for Preach. Like the 2 niggas, I forgot them niggas' names. I be forgetting the little motherfucking people in these movies. But the 2 street niggas from Cooley High that was on Preach and motherfucking Cochise's ass because they thought that them 2 ratted on him in the stolen car situation, instead of just thinking logically like these are 2 motherfuckers that go to school and they fucking minors. We're 2 niggas that have a fucking laundry list of fucking offenses on our record. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe they just feel as though they weren't involved and we were the fucking conspirators, which was the case. Them niggas just hopped in. And the fact is, Preach just drove the car, lying his ass off, talking about how he driving Maseratis for old white people and shit. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. Cochise came out because he came to the little clubhouse joint he always at, and he like, yo, Preach ran out. The 2 bulls was on his ass. He ran this way. He come running out right behind him, mind you. Him and Preach just had a falling out. And I gotta say this. Cheese was wrong for hitting Preach bitch. He was wrong, man. I'm sorry. Now I know this, that, and the third, but when you can get any bitch you can, like Preach could, like Coach Cheese could in that movie because he was a super basketball star, the bitches that your nigga is fucking gotta be off limits, bruh. You feel it? Let them have some pussy. You can't just take all the pussy. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. At the end of the day, he had to draw the line. Even if I forgot why she ran Coach Cheese. I know it was for a reason. I forgot why. I know Preach did something. I forgot what it was. But it was just in my opinion. Once she ran to Coach Cheese was supposed to be like, nah, sis, you know you fuck with Preach, and Preach is my right-hand man. But that's beside the point. So you got Coach Cheese running out after Preach trying to save him just to break him up or stop him from getting his ass whooped. And he the one that get caught by the two niggas. You feel what I'm saying? He the one that get caught. Then you have Preach. He comes back to the joint. They like, no, Coach Cheese just ran out after you. Like, and then he realizing, yo, this nigga might get caught by them niggas. He runs out after Coach Cheese. And he finds his right-hand man unresponsive, unconscious. That shit just hit me. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to think, like, they was two brothers. You could tell they was two brothers because they just had a falling out. And they still was making sure each other was good. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that they didn't get to bury that hatchet between themselves before Coach Cheese died, that shit hit me. You feel what I'm saying? The fact that Coach Cheese was next up. The fact that Preach showed up late to the funeral, to Coach Cheese's funeral. You feel what I'm saying? Because he wanted that personal time with Coach Cheese. You feel what I'm saying? For me, the #1 death in a movie all time is Coach Cheese. At #1, Movie Monday. Top 5 deaths of all time for movies is Cooley High's Coach Cheese. Let me know what y'all think about my list. What do y'all think is the top 5 movie deaths of all time? With some honorable mentions, or what's some ones that y'all would have put up there in the top 5? Let me know. Y'all know what it is. MizzyWorld Movie Monday. Run them numbers up, man. I appreciate all the love. And start sharing my shit, too. If y'all fuck with it, start sharing my shit. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, y'all know what it is. MizzyWorld Movie Monday. Stay safe out here, man. Stay positive. Gang!